Let's discuss the next function, that is the count function. Okay, so count function is available. It will be count, that is how many types of numbers are available. Like suppose I am updating this list. Suppose I am having one is 2 times I am having one. Then 2 is available is what time? 2 is available is suppose 2 comma 2 comma 2, suppose, and again 2 is there, 3 is there, so 3 is present at what time? 3 is available. Suppose 4 is available like this. Suppose I am having a data like this. Okay, 4 is available at one time. So like what we are doing, so we have a count function. So what count function will do? So count function will count how many times these occurrences are coming. Okay, so like it will return the number of occurrences of the specified item present in the list. Okay, so now let's see how we can do that. So in the print, like I'm typing, like what I'm typing, that is L1 list we have. So L1 dot count function. So in L1 dot count function, what we are doing, L1 dot count. So in L1 dot count, we are mentioning that is 1. Okay, now let's print. What is the problem? Line number 1. Okay, we have some mistake. Okay, now how many types of was is present there? So 1 is present at 2 times. Okay, so it will count how many occurrences are there for the specified element which is present in the list. Okay, so 1 is present 2 times. Okay, like suppose I want to print how many times 2 is available. Okay, so 2 is available 4 times. Okay, suppose I want to check that how many times 3 is available. Okay, means how many occurrences are available for the 3. So 3 is available 3 times. Now I want to check for the 4. So how many times 4 is available? 4 is available only one time. Okay, similarly I want to check how many times 5 is available. So 5 is available only one time. So it will print only one time like this. Okay, we have to discuss the next function, that is the index function we are going to discuss. So index number will return the first occurrence of the specified item. So whatever item we will pass, it will return the index number. Okay, so how we can use index number? So instead of count function, if we replace count function with the index, okay, so it will print the index number where my element is present. Okay, so now let's replace this count function with the index number. Okay, so I am using a smart way to replacing the values. Okay, so I am typing the index and replacing all. So index is count is replaced with the index. Now let's print. Okay, so first element index is 0, second number index is 2. Okay, but it will start from the left. Okay, so don't think like this we can get the other index, because the same number is available multiple times and other indexes. Okay, similarly it will print the third index, then fourth index like this. Okay, then by using an index number, it will print the first occurrence of the specified item. It will print first occurrences. Okay, we have discussed that is append function. So what append function was doing? Okay, by using append function, we can append the data into the list. Okay, so suppose what we are going to do, we are going to create the empty list, that is L1 we are going to create. Today we first discuss that is empty list. Okay, now what we are doing here, we are printing the print L1 we are printing. Then this is the empty list. Okay, of course no elements are present, so it will print nothing. Okay, now in empty list we can add the data. So how we can add the data? Suppose I want to add this L1 dot append. So we have append function. So by using append function we can add the data. So suppose I am adding data, suppose Ashish I am adding. Okay, now let me print Ashish is present. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to add the other data. Okay, like suppose Ashish is there, so next item is available, that is suppose Prashant is there. Okay, so let's print 2 data is present. Suppose I want to add another data, suppose I am adding that is other values, like suppose ABC, anything else. So of course that will be added. Okay, so L1 maintains the insertion order. So yesterday we had discussed, that is what we discussed in the list, that is order wise data, means insertion order is preserved. So whatever data will be come from the keyboard in orderly wise, means insertion order wise, so that data will be present in the list and the orderly wise. Okay, so it will maintain the insertion order. And by using append function we can append the data into the list. Suppose I want to add some other elements, like suppose we want to create the empty list. We have the empty list, that is L1 list suppose we have. Okay, and what I want to do, I want to create a list who is having a values more than value like 100 values or 10 values, other like values. Okay, so like what we can do by using a for loop. So we have list L1, this is the empty list. Okay, then what we can do, we can use the for loop. So for loop x in the range, for loop x in the range. What is the range? So my range is what? My range is suppose 50. Okay, my range is what? My range is 50. Okay, now what we can do, we can have, okay, so now we will check, that is suppose I want to add the data. Okay, suppose I want to add the multiplication of the 2 or 3, anything else we can do. So if we have the if condition is there, so if I value will be there. So if I remainder 2, suppose I remainder 2 equal to 0 is there. Okay, suppose I remainder equal to 0. I want to do is list L1 dot append. I have to perform the operation, that is append the x. Sorry, we are using the I here and we are mentioning the x. So x we have to replace with the I first. Okay, so I, so whatever data will be come into the I, that is range is what? Range is starting from this 0 to 50. Okay, so first data will be come into I, then second data will be come to into the I, then I will be checked, that is I value is remainder 2 is equal to 0. If it is true, then it will be append into the L1. Okay, now what we are doing at the end, we are printing the list. Okay, so we are printing the list. So here we have to maintain the, so we have printed, that is print L1. Now let me print. Okay, so we have the data present like 0 2 4 8 10. Now this all the data converted in the form of the list. Okay, similarly suppose I want multiplication of the 5. Okay, so 5 multiplies, then how it is possible? So of course 0 5 10 15. I want to store some range of data into the empty list, so that is also possible by using the append function in Python. Okay, so you have to perform the operation like this.